Tonight's first period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Audi dealers and legendary Audi Quattro all-wheel drive, the world's top-selling luxury all-wheel drive system. And welcome back to Tampa Bay, and more specifically the Tampa Bay Times Forum, as we are just about set for the Flyers and Lightning, their final meeting of the season. Your key is starting goaltenders in this one. For the Flyers, Ilya Bryzgalov coming off that impressive performance against the Devils. He's climbed above 500 and still has played more minutes than any other NHL goaltender. Anders Lindback goes for the Lightning. He has a .943 save percentage over his last 4 starts, so he's been playing well too. And welcome inside the Tampa Bay Times Forum as we get you set for the Flyers and the Lightning. Your starting goaltenders, just to refresh your memory, it's Ilya Bryzgalov and Anders Lindback, both coming off pretty solid games.
Yeah, the Flyers are 2 games under 500 on the season. Bryzgalov is 1 game over 500. Clearly, the Tampa Bay Lightning acquired Anders Lindback to be their number 1. Matthew Garon has done a good job recently in goal for them, but Lindback in tonight.
And we are underway here in Tampa. Third and final meeting of the season. Flyers in their road whites and the home dark uniforms for the Lightning. As Nate Thompson in center ice is knocked down. Scott Hartnell looking for the puck, but instead is B.J. Crombeen with it. He'll take a shot that's blocked off by Timonen and goes wide. Starting lineups being displayed at the top of the screen are brought to you by Sports Yapper. Yap about the game on Sports Yapper, free on all iPhones, iPads, and Androids. That is an icing call, and so we'll get a face-off back in the Philadelphia zone.
So Peter Laviolette put his troops through battle testing yesterday. All of the drills the Flyers did at practice were geared to being battle ready for this one and to get ready for the stretch drive. One-on-one stuff, getting noses dirty in the corners along the boards. I like it.
They did a lot of it in practice, that's for sure. As puck goes down the ice here, the Lightning will go back and get it. There'll be some names you might not be familiar with this Lightning club. They have made several moves since the Flyers last saw them. They've gotten younger. Here's a turnover. The Flyers with a chance, and stopped in front was Talbot. It comes back out in front, and all the way to the point of there is Grossman. Max Talbot, who scored twice in the last 3 games, nearly bought another one right there. Now it's Martin St. Louis the other way with speed up the right wing, giving some room. He'll take the shot. Save Bryzgalov. And finally the whistle stopping play.
Simon Gagne got caught back on the blue line, and as a result was the guy retreating. That's why St. Louis had quite a bit of room. Gagne had to play him to the middle. Look at this chance by Max Talbot. One thing the Flyers know about Lindback, his pads are great.
Well, the other end, you're going to see the guy that can score pretty good himself. That's Marty St. Louis. Come down the wing, full flight, winds up, and that puck, he didn't catch it. Bryzgalov did not catch it. But what he did do is he held on. It hit him, and he held on.
Here is Gagne with the puck for Philadelphia, and he'll flutter it through the neutral zone. Talbot, after it gets to it, and his angle drive goes high and wide. All the way out to one of the newcomers for the Lightning, Alex Killorn, who's played very well for them. And you hear say he reminds them of Matt Reed. Corey Conacher's shot is deflected and goes out of play. Guy Boucher, 3rd year as head coach of the Lightning, as a team that scores goals, but sometimes has a little trouble keeping the puck out of the net.
Well, they play a very different style in their own zone. What they like to do is they pursue. Now, they've not had good numbers since he became coach as far as defense in the National Hockey League. They win by scoring goals. But what they do is they like to be able to send 2 people on the puck carrier all the time. Well, if that's true, then somebody's always open.
Simple mathematics, right?
That's right.
There's a shot and a juggling save by Bryzgalov. Radko Gudas for that offering from the point. Ilya Bryzgalov has seen a couple of shots here early as he looks to just build off of that win on Friday. Steven Stamkos on this draw against Sean Couturier. Couturier won it. The puck deflects away from Gudas at the point and rolls on its edge all the way down to Lindbach. He's going to have to cover up with Zach Rinaldo darting at him. And so the Flyers get an offensive zone draw as Rinaldo gets some attention.
Yeah, a little bit of contact after Lindbach had smothered the puck. So here are Verizon Wireless keys to the game. Play hard and smart. You're going against the #2 offense. The battle drills yesterday, I think, will help the Flyers limit Stamkos and St. Louis. They are top snipers, and hunt rebounds. And it's a surefire formula for offense, especially when you've gone through all of the battle drills as the Flyers did yesterday. So should be ready to go.
Now drop the puck to the right of the big netminder for the Lightning. 6'6" tall. The puck back to Grossman. His shot deflected. Save Lindbach around behind Fedotenko with a wraparound try that bounces high in the air. And Victor Hedman able to get to it. 22-year-old defenseman who's really improving as the year goes along. The puck to center and St. Louis jams it into the Philadelphia zone. Just over 2 minutes in from the Tampa Bay Times Forum. Glad you could join us here on Comcast Sportsnet for the Flyers and Lightning. Flyers off until Sunday after this one. So they have a lot of reasons for wanting to win this game. Most importantly, of course, the standings. But you always want to win a game when you're going to have a lot of time off. Here's Tyrell blowing on in for the shot. Save Bryzgalov. And the Flyers get to the puck. Tyrell showing off his speed there as he got wide on Andre Mazaros. And Bryzgalov had to come up with a save. Here's Wayne Simmons at the other end. The angle shot right out in front. Shen couldn't get his stick on it. Now Briere winds and fires. That's blocked in front. And the Lightning able to get to it. And they'll move it through center ice. But it's gathered there by Mazaros to Shen. Ahead for Briere. Briere takes a look. Tried to swing it down low for Simmons, but it was cut off. And Tyler Johnson got to the puck for the Lightning. One of two Bolts players to get his first goal in their last game. His first NHL goal. Also got an assist as Ryan Malone will send this puck into the Philadelphia zone. All the way out, it goes to Jake Voracek. Hands off to Claude Giroux. He'll deposit the puck deep in the Tampa Bay zone. Veteran defenseman Sammy Salo is back. He's greeted by Hartnell, but the Lightning still have the puck. Nate Thompson with it. Ahead. And now the pass in the middle, nearly. Hedman almost springing from Bean, but he could not hang on to that puck.
He paid for it, though. Luke Shen finished him right in front of you, Coatsy.
Oh, unbelievable. He really paid for making a real good pass up the center. One thing you don't want to do is with Shen around, you don't want to admire your passes.
Yeah, Shen, Grossman, same MO that way. Here's Shen now after Thompson actually beats him to the puck this time. Thompson ends up on the seat of his pants and did well to tie Shen up some, and the puck bounces back the other way. Flyers unable to clear it on this side as Gudas pinches along the boards, and now it's teaming it. 38th birthday for Chemo. First player to celebrate his birthday and play his 1,000th NHL game on the same night. The puck bounces free. Here's Matt Reed. Winds and fires, and that one wide. I don't believe Lindbach got a piece. Coates has a better angle than I.
Nope, just went wide, but if it hadn't been any, like a couple inches.
Here's Purcell up, drop pass. Stamkos the blast. That one went wide. Back out Ollie is shot, and that one deflects wide behind the net. Grossman to it for Philadelphia. Up the wall for Reed. And Reed will backhand through center. Now it's Stamkos in the zone. Quickly to St. Louis. These two are a dynamic duo. For Purcell, the pass in front. Stamkos is checked. It bounces free. There's Purcell. Trying to get it back to Stamkos, but it never got there, and the Flyers have it. And across the pass from Talbot to Reed. And he'll send the puck deep into the Lightning zone. Lindbach got his stick on it, but couldn't control it. Ollie tries to send it up the wall, but that's tied up. And now the scramble. These are the battles you have to win, and the Flyers win that one. They get it around behind the net for Reed. Reed holding on, banks it back out. Puck comes across to Mazaros, flip shot there, and Lindbach had all kinds of difficulty with a, looked like a rather easy shot. Might have been a knuckleball from Mazaros.
But he tries to grab everything. He's got a really good glove. He'll even come across the body to try to grab it, and that looked like it was on his right side, and he juggled it.
Turns into a bit of an adventure. Now behind the net, the Lightning win a battle, get the puck in front, pile wraparound, stop, and then Bryzgalov a save on Conacher. Conacher mashed along the wall by Shen, but the Lightning still have the puck. Back to Eric Brewer. Wrist shot. Save Bryzgalov. Not sure if that changed direction the way in, but Bryzgalov continues to be sharp. 5 saves already.
Well, we've seen the speed of the Tampa Bay Lightning early here, as this is Terrell. Terrell's going to just absolutely go wide. That's a rare thing now in this world.
Yeah, the The Lightning have some of that, some speed and offense. That's why they're number 2 in the league. But the Flyers have goaltending to answer. At least they have so far, and they sure did Friday night. Brizgalov has looked big and solid and not leaky at all so far in this game. Can't see any daylight from where we're sitting.
Brizgalov will cover up again after that puck dribbled to him. Let's look at the virtuous scratches from tonight's lineups for the Flyers. They're going status quo after win. Why not? Same thing for the Lightning. They're without Vincent Lecavalier, their captain, for long term, as he is out, and they'll have to move along without him. They have, as we have mentioned, called up several youngsters trying to plug holes from some injured players, and also because they just want to see what these youngsters have to offer. Guy Boucher said it's been a good thing. It's added to the enthusiasm of the team. Here's Pyatt moving in wide, fires, and that one went wide. All the way out to the point. Brewer, wrist shot, blocked off in front by Schenn, and then he steers it to the wall, but Conacher wins the race for the puck. He tried to move it in front. That's gloved down by Briere, but he's then quickly checked. He and Pyatt come together. Briere able to force it to the line and then finally out to center right.
Flyers want to show off the fact that they're battle ready, but they've got to be careful not running after hits because you can get caught out of position. They're ahead 7-2 in hits already in the game, though.
Ruslan Fedotenko able to twist that puck into the Tampa Bay zone. Hedman along, and now the puck out beyond the reach of Tyrell. Grossman found a Lightning player. It was Tyler Johnson, and now the Flyers after the puck. Here's Couturier holding on, and now the aerial out to center, hoping for Fedotenko, but it's beyond him. Played back by Salo, and now Tyrell has it. Tyrell with a pass in the middle, the shot, score! Andre Palat had his first NHL goal the other night. It's number 2 here. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Well, puck management is so important, especially against teams that are going to be hungry. Boy, Flyers had 4 guys back to Tampa Bay's 3 on that play, and Palat found a seam.
Palat did a great job of just jumping right between the 2 defensemen, and then once he got inside, really had nowhere to go. But fires the puck looking for something to happen, and I think it did go through the 5-hole, did not, Billy?
Looked like it, right under him. Point blank, though.
So the Lightning have the first goal of the game, and the Flyers, who are, well, they get the puck back here. Voracek's shot is deflected, bounces side of the net. They get it back, centered by Giroux, but that's knocked aside by Tampa Bay. B.J. Crombeen the other way, banking it at for Thompson. They say he's onside. Thompson centers, and Hedman had his stick lifted and could not get to it. Crombeen does, centered, rolls all the way through to the other side, and then he eluded Ryan Malone, who would have had some net to shoot at. The other way goes Voracek, speeding up the right wing. Voracek holding out to the backhand, and then lost control of the puck. Still loose now behind the net. Voracek after it, wrestled to the ice by Malone as the puck goes back to Timonen. Cross ice, Timonen gets the puck to Luke Schenn for a shot that's blocked aside. Giroux and Hedman cancel. Giroux then stays after it and gets to Voracek. Voracek back to Giroux for the shot, and it went wide. Flyers having a little trouble finding the target here as they've been wide with some shots. Here's Hartnell, pass in the slot, Talbot shot, and that one stopped by Lindback, and it goes up over the glass and out of play. So the Flyers do respond with some scoring chances.
Tampa Bay Lightning lead the Philadelphia Flyers 1-0, but we're going to be talking an awful lot about a guy named Kimmo Timonen. Can you imagine he was a 10th round pick of the Los Angeles Kings way back in 1993, not the biggest guy in the world, and here he is a lot of years later, 2013, still playing in the National Hockey League, playing his 1,000th game tonight, and ironically his 38th birthday to boot, and he's on top of that, been signed for 1 more year next year with the Philadelphia Flyers, one of the class acts you'll ever meet in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, he's got 3 Olympic medals as part of his resume, and he's hoping to play in 1 more Olympics for Team Finland next year in Sochi.
And he's played in 4 Olympics.
Right.
With three medals in 4 Olympics.
Looking for a 5th shot
at
the Olympics.
Most people are just trying to get to 1 Olympic.
Yeah. Finland will be good to select him next year if indeed the NHL does make it official and go to Russia for the Olympics. Flyers with the puck here. They're down 1-0. Talbot bounces that one in, but it hits off a stick and goes out of play. not sure here, but
you
talk about that. They may have called a penalty.
They did. Johnny Murray, the linesman, is the one that's going to pick up on this because the puck was in the.
Yeah, we want to remind everybody, if you're a new ticket package for next season, you are an early bird with benefits, secure access to the barbecue, and your choice of gift and exclusive experience. 215-218-4326. Call it right now. Lock in your early bird status.
Delay of game is the call on Sammy Salo, and that's a tough one there. The puck in the air, swatted at just inside the blue line, and it goes out of play, and so according to the book, it's a penalty. Flyers get the game's first power play, a chance to tie this game. Timo Timonen for Giroux. Giroux to Hartnell in the high slot, puck back to Giroux. Now they try the other side of the ice. Here's Voracek trying to go back cross ice, and that one tipped before it got to Giroux. Now Timonen, center point, Timonen to Voracek. Voracek in front of Hartnell, save made Lindbach and cleared by Tampa Bay.
That's what I was talking about. The leg length of 6'6" Anders Lindbach, and his pads really good down low when he gets the pads on the ice.
Diane Schwartz, the McDonald's power play payoff contested here as the Flyers have 122 to work with. Giroux into heavy traffic. Flyers get the puck. Timonen across. Voracek to the slot. Shot. That's blocked aside right out in the slot area. Still loose. And the Lightning able to find it and clear it all the way down. Flyer power play 7th ranked. Both their power play and penalty killing at 7th ranked, which is very good. And they, still looking for the first goal this year against the Tampa Bay penalty killers, though. 0 for 8. You saw the Tampa Bay numbers. They're a team that can kill them off as Thompson carries deep into the Philadelphia zone. Gonzalez gets it back for Philadelphia. Lightning have killed 11 of 12 over their last 5 games. Briere up the middle, and he's checked, and the Lightning will clear. Around a half-minute remaining on this power play. Gonzalez starts up. His pass is in the middle to Reed. Reed again, heavy traffic, got the puck to Gagne. Now in a long, around it goes. Chen was open in front, but they couldn't get the puck out to him as Briere was checked. In from the point comes Mazaus, jabs it free. Shen has it. That's Braden across to Reed. Now the one-timer, Gagne hit a body in front. Matt Carl, the former Flyer, took but couldn't clear. Mazaus keeps it in. And now the pass out to the high slot. Gagne steers it over to Reed. Back out to the point. One-time shot deflected and went wide. Mazaus took the shot. It went off of something but missed the target. The power play is over and the puck was out to center, brought back it offside by Reed. Remains 1-0 Tampa Bay here in the first. 1-0 Lightning. Timo Timonen's 1,000th game. Let's hear from his longtime defense partner and longtime teammates, Braden Coburn and Scott Hartnell.
Well, Kimo is such a smart player, and he thinks the game. He's always in position, and it's easy to play with a guy like that. There's certain guys that you play with that make the people around them better, and Kimo's definitely one of those guys.
Oh, it's huge. His attitude about hockey, about life, everything off the ice is. He'd want to have any son grow up to be just like Timo Timonen. He always comes prepared every day to work. He loves to have fun, and I'm been privileged. Been playing with him for 13 years now.
And Nashville, and of course here in Philadelphia for the Flyers, or with the Flyers at least, and you really can't find a teammate of Timo Timonen who's going to not have glowing terms to refer to him.
Or a coach that coached him. Or a general manager that signed him.
Yeah, all the coaches just say how much better he is once you have him for 15 or 20 games. You realize the subtle things he does in a game. The puck sent back through center, and defenseman will get that for Tampa Bay. Radko Gudas moving it ahead to Steve Stamkos. Stamkos hit across the line, drops it off. Puck back across for Gudas. Now down low, St. Louis, and the pad save from Brizgalov. The Flyers clear the zone. They're going to call that icing. Gudas came to a stop, but they'll go for the icing call nonetheless. Hey, Flyer fans, don't miss out on any Flyers news alerts or inside information. Sign up today for the CSNPhilly.com Flyers newsletter. Do so right now. And there are Flyer fans in attendance, as always, down here in Tampa. There may be many that are checking out some Phillies spring training games in nearby Clearwater and then heading over for some hockey here. In fact, we understand there may be some Phillies in attendance in this game here tonight. As the Flyers go back to get the puck here as Hartnell shoveling the puck out through the neutral zone. Racing forward is Voracek. Marked by Brewer, and in fact stripped of the puck by Eric Brewer. Now Conacher moves the puck ahead. And Tyler Johnson gets the puck to Dana Tyrell. Tyrell in a cross line all by himself. At the end of his shift, he'll just dump it deep. And the Lightning will peel back as they change up. Flyers move up the ice with the puck. Giroux in, he'll just twist it deep and go get it himself. And then tip it to Hartnell. Swings it back to Timonen. Gave it in across. Luke Schenn, a shot, and that one caught post. I think it glanced off the goal, and then back out in front. That one tipped and went wide. Here's Hartnell trying to get it to the point, but Crombeen will intercede. He then turns with it and went across in front of a Flyer forechecker, getting that puck to Sammy Salo, and then Thompson into the Philadelphia zone. That puck glancing off of Lindback and then the post.
He didn't see it. I was looking right over his shoulder, and Schenn just tried to get a shot on net. Lindback had no idea where that puck was until last second.
Luke Schenn has a really interesting way of double clutching on the blue line to try to let one of the lanes open up. Just a split-second delay. Does a good job of getting the puck to the front. You're not trying to score from out there. Just get it where there are bodies that can help you.
Braden Schenn after it here. Every brother goes across ice. Too many Lightning players there to get away with that one. And Andre Palat will move it back through center. Moving on in now is Alex Killorn. Shot went wide off glass now. The side of that Pyatt. Get it back to the point. Brewer. He'll wind and fire. And that rattled around and then bounced to the corner as Killorn was there trying to disrupt things. And now it bounces out to Danny Briere. Briere trying to find Simmons and does. Simmons slams on the brakes, turns back with it. His pass is to Braden Schenn. Schenn has to turn with it. His pass to the point, and that one out to center and brought in offside by Mazzaros.
What a nice little saucer pass, though, by Braden Schenn. Mazzaros couldn't keep it in. This is the shot. That's a little double clutch. That hitch that I was talking about with Luke Schenn went off Lindback and off the post.
Watch him react right at the last second.
Oh.
Don't get any breaks. It's got to go off the body into the net, but you can see it hit the pipe and went off to the right.
9 shots for Tampa Bay, 8 for Philadelphia, with 6:45 remaining in this first period. Ollie will get the puck back around behind the Tampa Bay net. Max Talbot really up on his skates in this one. Gets to that puck. Now takes the return feed. Got it in front. Reed was battling for it, but Lindback was able to hold his ground. Now here's Stamkos. Dipping back and now heading out as he'll get the puck to Teddy Purcell. Purcell inside, outside, and then centering. Stamkos jabbed it high and wide. He went to the net. He tends to do that. Scores a lot of goals as a result.
That's where the money is.
Here is Talbot now up the left wing for Philadelphia. Waiting, deking, backhander, he scores! What a move by Max Talbot! 3 goals in his last 4 as he remains hot. And he ties the game at 1. Max Talbot scores for a case of Tasty Cake.
Wow. I think both Tampa Bay players that converged on Max Talbot thought he was going to try to pass. Here they are. There are 2 of them. He said, never mind that. I'm just going solo. What a play.
And it all started in his own zone. He got up on his skates, then this move to go back in the middle. Now Lindback tries to come off that right pipe, but he opens the 5-hole here, Billy, and boy, did Talbot absolutely put the puck perfectly right between the legs.
What great play by Max Talbot. He had a good scoring chance earlier in this first period, too. A blast from high in the slot.
Well, he's been playing very well of late, and it's weird how that happens. The goals start going in, but in this game, Bill, he's been noticeably up on his skates and really creating, and he's got himself a goal. So it's a 1-1 game.
There's some numbers, too, about Max playing with Simon Gagne that we'll get to when we get a chance. They have been red hot when they've been together.
There'll be some chemistry there. Here's Luke Schenn back for Philadelphia. Backhanding it. Tyrell tipped it. It was kept in the zone by Brewer, but gotten back by Luke Schenn, and he finds Zach Rinaldo. Rinaldo trying to make that pass, but he was checked just as he did, and Brewer will send it ahead. And move in as Tyler Johnson has the puck. Johnson along the wall, had a fine year in the American League, called up in his 3rd game, and Coburn tackles Tyrell behind the net. That's going to be a penalty. Braden Coburn, who leads the NHL in minor penalties, will pick up number 18 right here. Head to the box. Meantime, though, Max Talbot tied things Lewis with this sweet move and backhander.
So the Flyers, terrific individual move by Max Talbot has tied the game. Check it out. Simon Gagne is playing in his 9th game back with the Flyers. He is lined up on the same line with Max Talbot. This is the 4th game together. Max Talbot and Simon Gagne, when together, have now combined for 6 goals in those 3+ games. Max has 4, Gagne's got 2.
Enjoy playing with one another, and it shows. The Lightning to the power play. Koberdoff for holding at 14:38. There's Ryan Malone getting it back. It goes off of Matt Carl. Eddie Purcell has it over on the boards. Back across for St. Louis, and then trying to go back in front for Stamkos, and it glanced off a body and wide. Now Purcell back out to Carl. Across for St. Louis. What a battle going on in front of the net. Here is Carl with a shot blocked by Luke Schenn, trying to clear his Giroux, and now in fact he'll hang on to it and try to spring Talbot. Talbot racing for the puck. Out of the net comes Lindbach, and he got it past Max to Purcell. Now Purcell up 3-on-3 through center. 4-on-3 now, but his pass off the mark. Having to reach back for it was Corey Conacher, and Fedotenko eats that up and clears. Halfway through this power play right now. Tampa Bay power play is a good one. Up in the top 10 of the NHL, and the Flyers penalty killing, as we mentioned, 7th, and has been outstanding for so long. Killed 13 of 14 now over their last 3 games, and they clear the puck again. Victor Hedman has it. As the Lightning will have to go the full length of the ice. 33 seconds in the power play as Hedman drops it off for Sammy Salo. Back to Hedman. No dish. Corey Conacher stripped by Luke Schenn. 2 Lightning get to Schenn now, though. Teaman evens things up, but Killorn gets in there to get the puck. He'll roll it back out to Salo at the point. Across the other point, Hedman just out of his reach. He'll have to play it off the boards. Now back to Salo. Has a big shot. Takes it. Blocked by Couturier, who's gimpy after blocking that shot. Staying out on the ice. Trying to stay upright. And seems to be hanging in there as the puck comes across to Salo. Salo to Killorn. The power play is over. Killorn holding on. Side of the net. Conacher trying to get back out in front. Loose puck, and it's tipped high up over the net and off the glass. Now Schenn, surrounded by Lightning players again, got the puck to Couturier, who's able to relieve the pressure. Flyers will change.
Gutsy kill by Couturier. He's still limping on the way to the bench.
Tyler Johnson making a move on Schenn and centering. They score! Tom Pyatt goes to the net. And a nice feed from Johnson puts the Lightning back up on top 2-1.
So Tampa Bay with a stretch pass all the way from one blue line to the other. That's where the Flyers have to tighten up right now, is in their zone.
I can see why Johnson was the leading point getter in the American Hockey League with the Syracuse Crunch prior to being called up. Right there, that kind of play will keep you in the National Hockey League. Great pass to Pyatt to make the score 2-1. Pyatt is 6th on the season.
Yeah, all right, a great pass by that guy right there, Tyler Johnson, but his ability to elude Luke Schenn as he got that puck at the line is what started the whole thing. A shifty player, clearly.
Little guy, and he's really slippery.
So he has 3 points, and this is 3rd NHL game. Going 2 assists now. Really 2+ games. Lightning back on top. Late stages, first period. 2:42 remaining as the Flyers will try to respond again. Here's Mazzaros. Right wing feed that Voracek could not play. Lindbach does, though, so no icing. Now Brewer will play it ahead to Crombie. Crombie for Ryan Malone, and he'll chip it into the Philadelphia zone. Mazzaros turns with it. Thompson got to him. Crombie centers, goes off Brizgalov, stick it out. Voracek the other way. Jake Voracek trying to maneuver around Matt Carl. Puck still in their skates. Carl able to hand it off to Crombie, who was helping out, and the Lightning get the puck back. Victor Hedman has it, lugging to center ice. He'll bank it into the Philadelphia zone. Coburn back. Play it around to the other side to Wayne Simmons, who just plays it out to the neutral zone. Both teams in double figures in shots in this period. 11 for Tampa Bay, 10 for Philadelphia. 2 for the Lightning have gone in, 1 for Philadelphia. And the puck brought to by Killorn. Worked on by Coburn, spun to the ice by Coburn. Got away with that one, and the Flyers move up. Here's Simmons. Bouncing it in to the right of Lindbach. Briere trying to jab that one around to Simmons. Hedman had other ideas. Now the puck back behind the net. Sammy Salo has it. They get the puck ahead, and Pyatt just scored that goal. It's stopped by Schenn. Turning with it is Briere. Briere to the Tampa Bay line. Off of the right wing for Simmons. He stops. Plays it back to Luke Schenn. Across for Timonen. Fan on the pass, but it makes its way there. His shot. Bounced around in front off Briere. Back to Timonen. Timonen a wrist shot. That one's blocked out. Penalty upcoming against Tampa Bay. Delayed call against Tampa Bay. That puck kept in at the line by Luke Schenn. Now his brother right back to him. Luke Schenn behind the back to Timonen. 6 skaters on 5. Here's Giroux holding on. Back to Timonen. And Giroux, as they play catch with it. Switch position. Giroux is shot. Fought off by Lindbach. Flyers get it again. Bonus power play time here. Giroux, Timonen, shot. Blocked in front. And finally played by the Lightning. There's your whistle. Flyers go to the man advantage.
Good appetite in the offensive zone for the Flyers here to close out the first. There's a bit of a shove from behind. No, is that the penalty? No, Sammy Salo got the penalty. 6. A hook to Sammy Salo in the midst of all of that traffic in front.
So the Flyers with their second power play of the game. Beth Oswald. Alicia McDonald's power play payoff contested as the Flyers try to tie this game back up. Hedman, though, gets to that puck, and who knows, defensive zone draws on the penalty kill, and you're going to be successful. They can get that puck all the way down the ice, leaves the Flyers 32 seconds remaining in this period to do something. And Giroux is after this puck. He's got it. Giroux centering, looking for Hartnell, but it was read by Thompson. Back out Timonen. Timonen to Giroux. Giroux down low Simmons. His pass out, read by Crombie. Team's really reading that play by the Flyers now. Here's Simmons trying to center, but it's well off the mark. Hedman there, he'll clear it all the way down. That will just about do it. Rizgalov does hurry the puck up to Timonen. Chance perhaps for one more bid here. Giroux moving in, all the way across. Forecheck in front, shot, hit the post! Hit the post! And then the period comes to an end. Oh, the Flyers, magnificent job started by Brizgalov to get that puck up the ice and get a hurried chance, and they nearly tied the game.
You're right, JJ. Brizgalov made this happen. Otherwise, it dies in the Flyers zone. And then when Jake Voracek got it, you can't hit the post any more solidly than that. Bang! With about 1.5 seconds to go.
So the Flyers hit a couple of posts in that one, and they're down 2-1 after one. Down we go to the Flyers goal scorer in this hockey game, Max Talbot, as he visits with Coatsy.
Thanks, Jimmy. And Max, you know, it's amazing how this puck follows you around some days. It seems like Friday night, and then here in the first period, lots of opportunities for Max Talbot.
Yeah, I like to say the hockey game is a lot mental. You know, when you feel good, the puck's going to follow you. You'll get bounces. Obviously, you got to work for them. But, you know, tonight in the first, I think the puck was following around and had some good opportunities.
Let's talk about your goal, because it was a length of the ice effort by you.
Yeah, kind of blacked out. But you know, as soon as I left the zone, I identified that Mar.18 was playing as defenseman. So I tried a little move and worked out good.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Jimmy, back to you.
All right, Coatsy. Every player wishes they could black out like that. Nice rush by Talbot, getting the Flyers their goal. Tonight's Flyers Lightning first period was brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Also brought to you by McDonald's. Now at McDonald's, any size premium roast coffee is just $1. McDonald's, I'm loving it. There's our menu for the first intermission. Michael Barkan and Al Morgani with their thoughts and analysis of a first period that has Tampa and Philadelphia 2-1. Tonight's second period from Tampa is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers and by Evil Dead in theaters April the 15th. Talbot on the board for the Flyers in that first period. The Lightning scored twice, though, so they have the 2-1 advantage as we get set for second period action. Here's the scoring summary from that first stanza. Andre Palat, his second NHL goal at 6:38. Talbot tied things at 13:55. Tom Pyatt gave the Lightning the lead back late in the period.
And our Independence Blue Cross game-changing stat, first period. Pretty even period according to the numbers. The Flyers had an early lead in the hit department, but Tampa Bay kind of closed that gap. 5 blocks each. That's the good news for the Flyers, as they've kept the big guns off the board, while Max Talbot scored the only Flyers goal. But Tampa Bay got nothing in that first period from Stamkos and St. Louis. I'm not sure whether that's the good news or the scary news, because guys like Palat and Pyatt got them on the board.
Yeah, they beat Carolina here on Saturday night with the likes of Pyatt and Palat and Tyler Johnson doing the damage. Stamkos was held off the board. St. Louis just an assist. So perhaps the Lightning a little less dependent on their top guys and some of their young talent that's been added to the mix. Last year, Steve Stamkos scored roughly 26% of their goals with his 60. This year, down to 21.7, which is still a hefty margin, but down a little. And here of late, other players contributing for Tampa Bay. Kimmo Timonen and the Flyers waiting to get this second period underway. Not quite sure what the delay is. Referees over at the scorer's bench. Dan O'Halloran and John Hebert. Your referees. That was a clock situation, clock issue, so that's been taken care of. And away we go. The second period underway, and the Flyers with 1:10 of power play time still available to them. The liner tied at the end of the first period. Clean sheet of ice. The Flyers will try to do some good work here as Voracek in deep will get that puck back out. Timonen to Giroux. Giroux holding on, side of the net. Simmons. It was open there. Back to Giroux, and now it's Timonen. Back to Giroux, holding on. Voracek cross ice. They go down low instead to Simmons. Hartner in the slot. Back out Timonen. Hold to Giroux. Looking things over. Fires. Glove save. Lindbach. Shot from Simmons as the whistle was sounded.
Lindbach having words with Wayne Simmons right now. Scooped that one up with his glove. Lindbach's bobbled the puck a couple of times in this game because he tries to catch, well, just about everything.
Well, when you're so big and you're looking down to be able to pick this puck up, see, he looks down. So sometimes he has a little bit of a trouble because he's so big at 6'6".
Lightning get control, but Voracek will keep the puck in the net all the way down low. He goes with it to Giroux, went to a knee, but couldn't make a play. Hedman is on him. The pass to Hartnell for the quick shot, and that hit a body in front. It was Matt Carl and went to the corner. Now it's Voracek. All the way around for Giroux. Back to Timonen. Center point. Wines fires, deflected, but went wide. Simmons gets to it, centers right back through. There's Timonen. Wines and blast. Save Lindbach, the rebound. It was played out to the line, but kept in by Voracek. In the final 5 seconds of the power play, Hartnell spinning it to the slot, but that taken by Stamkos. He's checked by Giroux, so the Flyers get the puck back.
Well, that save wasn't pretty, but it was efficient by Lindbach because Timonen is just going to wind up and let the one-timer go, and Lindbach got back in the play and got his body in front. Gagne
moves that one and slowing off a couple of skates. Now Simone back on the puck, has to deal with Hedman. Some help from Talbot. Now it's Gagne again. Takes a look, flips a shot, save Lindbach, rebound, looked to be loose, but the whistle stopped play.
It was loose once Max Talbot kind of plucked it out of Lindbach's grasp. Max could see it sitting on something, maybe his glove, and he just kind of picked it, and it came loose. Lindbach wants to take a look at it too. Gagne with a good play, just getting it to the front. It did come loose.
You know, it would appear in the first period there was a couple of great opportunities when you got the puck close, got it in tight on him and jammed away, that he struggled with it.
St. Louis will send this one through center ice all the way down. No icing. Over taken in by Stamkos. Ursel is there as well. Grossman, Coburn. Talbot joining in the scramble for the puck, but the Lightning win the battle. Stamkos to Brewer. Now the point shot redirected wide by St. Louis. Gudas sent it toward the net. St. Louis had his stick on it. This will be icing on Philadelphia unless they get to it, and they do. So the icing cancel is Gagne. There now behind the net. Talbot got it in front, and Gagne was tied up just as he went to steer it in. Now Gagne has it back again, tried to turn it down low. That was blocked, and out to center ice it went. Flyers have had some chances here early in the second, some on that power play and right there. But it remains 2-1 Tampa.
Get it to Max.
Yeah,
Really.
he's having one of those nights for sure. Grossman. Coburn who takes it back into his own zone. Now Grossman ahead off Fedotenko, the former Tampa Bay Lightning performer, part of the Stanley Cup winning team. Now staying at Tyrell. Tyrell right wing feed. He's got Palat. Palat holding on in front. That one off Johnson sticking right on through. Now Braden Shen the other way with it. Braden Shen through center, the right wing feed to Fedotenko, little wrist shot. That's snared by Lindbach. And he'll hang on.
So the Flyers threatening here early. Simon Gagne going to the front of the net on Max Talbot's kind of wraparound. Gagne got a piece of it. He had Radko Gudas kind of draped all over him.
They're very happy with Gudas, boy. He's one of those guys that comes up from the American Hockey League. The guys they brought up from Syracuse have all contributed right away. And he, 6 hits a game. I mean, they say he can really, really hit.
Yeah, the name Kasperitis has been mentioned as a comparison. And Gudas also drops the gloves as the puck is in across the Philadelphia line.
Well, just 14 times in the American League this year.
That's all. Yeah.
That's it.
Voracek with speed to that puck. And he kept it alive for Giroux. Giroux across for Luke Shen. The shot save. Lindbach rebound. Another save. Lindbach. The other rebound on into the slot area. Hartnell had a jab at it, but Salo able to maneuver it out to center ice. Malone to Hedman. A blast from center over the head of Brizgalov and back out to the circle. And there is Hartnell. Flyers clearly have had the better of the chances here early in this second period. They have outshot Tampa Bay 5-0. Hartnell a big hit along the boards. Lightning didn't like that as Corey Conacher was dumped. Hartnell and Conacher are still wrapped up as the Lightning move in. Penalty upcoming. There's Pine with a shot. It goes wide and all the way down the ice. Empty net now for the Lightning and a delayed penalty call. Ollie across. Gudas dropping it back to Ollie, and now Ollie's pass was off the mark, handled by the Flyers. So there's your whistle, and a penalty coming up against that man right there, Scott Hartnell.
Well, it's going to be against Scotty Hartnell. He and Conacher get wiped up or wrapped up here, and right there he hits him from behind. There's no penalty at this point. Okay, so now they're going to stand up. There's still no penalty at this point. Then right here, that's when the penalty occurred. That's when the referee's arm went up. That was Dan O'Halloran. So now a power play opportunity for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Roughing is the call. Peter Laviolette taking a look up on the screen as they're showing it, and you'll see just what we just showed you. It's one of those penalties that will not make a coach happy.
Too, because Scott Hartnell got away with the first 3 shots that he laid on him.
Here's a turnover. Talbot to the puck. Talbot the shot. St. Lindbach juggling the rebound, able to keep it away from Max, who is really hot in this game.
Max the magnet.
Yes. Stamkos. Run at by Grossman, flies to the puck, and it's cleared all the way down by Coburn. Bouncer in on Lindbach. And the Lightning with their second power play of the game. Carl moving it ahead. Ursa will sip that one through into the Philadelphia's. Coburn first to it, but he's off the behind by St. Louis. Couturier in after. I've mentioned his name since he limped off the ice in the first period. Not sure if he's been out since then, but he is battling along the boards, but the puck stays in. Here's Carl. Middle of the ice. St. Louis. So good at finding the open man. Takes the return feed from Malone, then back out to Carl. For Purcell. Purcell has a look cross ice, down low. Tuck pass in front. Deck denied it tight by Brizgalov. Then he got decked. Boy, that's great passing there by the Lightning. Brizgalov able to flash the leg out. Here is Carl for St. Louis. Cross ice pass off Couturier, and it drifts to the neutral zone. 32 seconds remaining on the power play. Purcell Gains the line again. Nearly lost the puck. Out. Almost got through the defense, but it's Stamkos who will play it along the boards. The other side, St. Louis changes direction. Takes a look in front. Always head up for St. Louis. Back out it goes to Carl. Back to St. Louis. 2 men in the slot. Double screen set up as Carl finds St. Louis across for Purcell. Purcell back to St. Louis, and he couldn't hang on cleanly. Couturier will get to it, and he'll try the pass. Hartnell about to leave the box, and he left it about 2 seconds too late. Otherwise, the Flyers would have had a 2-on-1. But he has to stay in there until they let him out, right?
Last time I checked.
Yeah, I don't think he can open the door himself. Here come the Lightning again. Johnson in. An angle out in front. It goes off the stick and into the safety net. 13:23 remaining, second period. It's still 2-1 Lightning.
Lightning lead the Philadelphia Flyers 3-1. It's time for our Geico quote of tonight's game and Kimmo Timonen, his 1000th game, and this is his former partner Braden Colbert, and this is what he had to say about Kimmo Timonen. He's been a great player in the league ever since he got here. He's not the fastest guy, he's not the biggest guy, but he's a tough little Finn. He's been a smart player to be in the league that long.
Braden Colburn would know, as he of course was paired with Kimmo Timonen for so many years. It changed last year, late in the season.
Only Teppo Numminen in the defenseman category has more points than Kimmo Timonen for Finnish-born defenseman. Only Teppo Numminen has played more games on the blue line than Kimmo.
It was also just 2 points away from moving to third place all-time among Flyer defensemen in points. He would trail only Mark Howe and Eric Desjardins. Hedman shot. That was stopped in front. I don't think it made it all the way through to Briscoe.
It did. Yeah, it did.
He was there. Here's Giroux in. Cross ice, Voracek in front, broken up, Voracek gets it back for a shot, blocked, Ronaldo, chop at it, and it goes to the corner. All out with Voracek and Giroux. Here's Mazzaro's shot blocked by Thompson. He goes down, Voracek tried to center. It bounces back to him, his pass then knocked down by Thompson, who gets to Hedman, and Hedman maneuvers up with it from the red line, backhands in. Let's have it back, stretch pass for Giroux. 3-on-1 developing, Giroux holds, waits, fires, glove, save, Lindbach. And he'll squeeze it.
Boy, what a great shift. Zach Ronaldo out there in Scott Hartnell's spot on that top line. 2 guys driving the net, both Voracek and Ronaldo, so Claude Giroux decided to shoot. He made the right choice here.
He really did. Matty Carl took that pass away. So as they go deeper and deeper and deeper, Giroux doesn't want to take the chance of making that pass. So hey, listen, when you get that close, take the shot, make Lombok work. And certainly he did, making a good save on Giroux.
Flyers have outchanced the Lightning 6-1 here in the second period, and a hand pass called. They were about to get their 7th chance perhaps as they had a 2-on-1 down low, but the hand pass nullified that.
Well, the Flyers have come out here with way more bite in the second period than they had for most of the first.
Out shooting Tampa Bay for the game, 19-13. Matt Carl back. Played around. Haneker couldn't come up with it. Quick shot by Mazzaros. Hit Simmons in the skates. His stick was tied up. He couldn't play the puck with his stick. So now he takes out his frustration on Eric Brewer. Flyers battling for the puck. Again, these are those battles. This one controlled by Tampa Bay, and they get the puck back around to Carl. He's a free agent to play here in Tampa Bay. Big money. And Boucher earlier in the year said he was huge in turning things around as the Lightning get off to a 6-1 start offside the call at the Philadelphia line.
Well, don't forget to secure your tickets for next season and reap the benefits of being a season ticket holder, like access to exclusive team events and experiences. Representatives are standing by right now, so call 215-218-PUCK to learn how you can become a Flyers season ticket holder.
Draw just outside the Philadelphia line, and they'll send it in. And Tyrell. Run into by Grossman, and then taken to the ice by Nick. Talbot's there to move the puck. Cross ice. Had a read from the red line, goes back across. Talbot had to reach behind him. So now, once he gets that puck to settle, he'll just drill it into the Tampa Bay zone. Edko Gudis moving it ahead. Move it ahead. That's Andre Pilates. He got it in, but from his side of the red line. So this is icing. You see 74 and 75 out there, you know they've dipped into the farm system for some youngsters that like the high numbers.
Well, the Flyers have youngsters as well that can only benefit from this stretch drive. These are like playoff games. for everybody on both of these teams for that matter. But the Flyers had 8 players on their roster, 25 or under, including their 4 top scorers. You only grow in situations like this and get better.
No question about that. Another icing call here. The Flyers had sprinkled in some veterans, but it is a young core. It really is the heart of this team and where they're headed in the future. 3 or 4, 5. You said the top 4 scorers, 25 or younger. They have some young players on the way as well. I looked at Scott Lawton earlier in the year as that puck is cleared all the way down. But right now they're trying to get points, still very much alive, but knowing vital games. They don't play again until Sunday, so we want to get 2 points here. On 2-1 as we approach the midpoint of regulation time. Under 11 minutes remaining in this second period. St. Louis, wide on Luke Schenn, centered it, but a good job there by Timonen to poke it away. Now it's Purcell finding St. Louis, drifting. His angle shot takes off, finds glass. Sammy Salahad tackle on for St. Louis. That pass, Purcell's shot is blocked off. Victor Hedman is in as the Lightning have the Flyers pinned in their zone right here. Timonen able to break up the play, and that will take care of that foray for the Lightning as Voracek moves it to Giroux. Giroux will play it in, hoping for Ronaldo. Flyers in the middle of the chain. Grossman played the puck. That's going to be too many men on the ice. Grossman played the puck before his man had gotten to the bench. That's the ruling from the officials. 3 Big 5 teams are going to the dance before Temple, Villanova, and LaSalle tip off. Get in the game with the bracketology of local coaches and experts on tournament time. Wednesday night at 9:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet. March Madness is here.
So this is a tough one for the Flyers to swallow right now. Too many men on the ice penalty. Nick Grossman was coming in to play. I don't know, it looked like the puck hit him in the skate, but the ref deemed that he played it with the skate intentionally, and if it hits you by accident, you're okay, but you can't play it intentionally.
So the Lightning to power play number 3. Here's Stamkos with a shot, misses the target. Bounces all the way out to Carl. Carl is checked by Talbot, who steals and got it to Fedotenko, who nudged it out of the zone.
That was a great job by Talbot. He didn't let anybody, didn't let Matt Carl get set up and move the puck around. Just went right after him. They intercepted it. Fedotenko helped him out.
Carl turning in the neutral zone, forced back by Fedotenko. It is getting restless here in Tampa as the power play is slow in getting going, but now they get the puck into the zone. Stamkos back out. Carl down low looking for Malone, who's behind him. Coburn to the puck, and he'll guide it out of the zone and down the ice. 50 seconds into the man advantage. Here is Carl for St. Louis. Penetrates the zone and dishes. Warren, move it to the corner and then get it back out. Across Stamkos, one-timer. Didn't get all that. I think it hit Malone in front.
Broke his stick.
Yeah, Brizgalov might have gotten a piece, but Malone was standing right there. Now Malone tied up by Coburn. The puck Reed, and Reed able to move it to center. Now it's a race for the puck. Reed, Tyler Johnson, and Johnson a great job to get back and also get the puck to a teammate. He's looked good in this game. Here's Malone. Philadelphia line. Johnson after the puck here. He's knocked to the ice by Timonen, and the Flyers come away with the puck. Here's Luke Schenn. Schenn lugging it to center, then firing one in. Batted away by Lindbach, and it goes out of play. Power play down to 24 seconds.
So the Flyers doing a good job of keeping this Tampa Bay power play at bay. Tampa Bay comes in with the number 2 offense in the NHL and a power play that's ranked right behind the Flyers at 8th overall.
Victor Hedman able to control, and the Lightning will head up for one last bid in the offensive zone with his man advantage. Cut off by Schenn, but they keep it in the zone. Johnson a nice pass, Warren out. That shot by Salvo blocked off by there are 2 Max Talbots out on the ice surface. It almost seems like he blocked that one and cleared. Edmonds' pass here deflected away, and that will roll to Brizgalov. He's going to cover up with Pyatt nearby. We passed the midpoint of regulation time. It's still Tampa Bay 2, Philadelphia 1.
2-1. The Lightning lead the Philadelphia Flyers. Wayne Simmons, yeah, he's our Wells Fargo great check of the game. Loves to be able to take the body, loves the physical play, and right here you're going to see him take on Eric Brewer, the defenseman of the Tampa Bay Lightning. You see that? He gets his body in front of him, takes away his space, and then just gives him a real good walk against the boards. Defensemen don't like that when the forward comes in and really lets them have it. They get their head up the next time they come in, and that's a great check, and our Wells Fargo great check of tonight's game.
Off the face-off, the Lightning control. Salo to Crombie. He'll bounce it across ice. Mazzaros there, and he'll move it to center. Hedman trying to gather as Ronaldo moves it in. Ronaldo once again out with Giroux and Voracek. I do not believe Scott Hartnell has seen the ice. A turnover in front and a shot by Malone. Stopped by Brizgalov. Mazzaros and Brizgalov, I believe. It was Mazzaros. A bit of a communication breakdown, and Malone a great scoring chance. There he is, the former Penguin. Pass to Thompson. Now Salo. Taken by Ronaldo. As I was saying, I don't believe Scott Hartnell has seen the ice since that penalty.
I don't think so either.
So pass from Ronaldo to Giroux. Giroux cuts in. Giroux holding. Tipsy-doos! Safely back! Penalty! An interference penalty is called. Giroux with a dazzling move and the leg of Lindback. All that got in the way.
Boy, Claude Giroux comes in on this one, and Hedman laid off him. What a move. He pulled it into his skates from behind and then kicked it up. Watch this.
That was a heck of a save by Lindback, because that's what a move to be able to cut back in the middle. Now you look at Malone, where that happened was right in front of me. As Ronaldo was trying to make a change, trying to get to the bench, Malone's trying to go to the bench. It gives Ronaldo a shot. And the referee, Jean Hebert, was right there to make the call, and as a result, the Flyers with an opportunity on the power play. And then you see Mr. Hartnell out there.
Another drawn penalty by Zach Ronaldo.
Chalk him up.
So the Flyers try to tie this game again with a man advantage. Timo Timonen drifting, flipping. It's blocked in front. Waits for the loose puck. And it's Killorn, the rookie, able to clear it all the way down. Timonen, Voracek on the points. There's your McDonald's power play payoff contested. Giroux, Simmons, Hartnell up front. Voracek's pass to the high slot. Giroux to Timonen for the shot! Save made by Lindback. Giroux pressured by Killorn, and that pass go off Hartnell's skate, but right to Brewer, who clears. Flyers will change to the second unit as Timonen goes back for the puck. Pass for Voracek, who's still out on the ice. Voracek drops it back, but Timonen was going to the bench. And so that acts as a clear. Now Braden Shen cutting through the neutral zone. Shen makes the move, was bumped slightly by Hedman. Still controls though. It's to Briere. Briere trying to get away from the Tampa Bay checking. Been able to move it back around to Salo. Now it's Nate Thompson. Warmed upon. Mazzaros in deep. Check. Briere is there. Back to the point. Reed to Briere. Briere holding on. A long time between goals for Danny. We'll go back out to Reed. Reed holding on. Cross ice Mazzaros. Now the Shen didn't appear to be expecting that pass. He'll moving on the goal line. And then back to Mazzaros. All the way across. Down to 20 seconds remaining on the power play. That pass for Shen. Shen in front off the goaltender stick. Briere backhander block. Rebound Gagne back out Reed. Reed holds down low Shen. The shot and the save. Lindback rebound. He eludes Gagne. And now the puck was played with a high stick, so play is stopped with just 6 seconds remaining on the penalty. Tonight's HD telecast brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Larger selection, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg, we help. We come your way from Tampa, along with our great crew, led by producer Brian Cooper, director Dave Hagan, and graphic producer Carl Graber.
So many good things by that second unit on the Flyers power play. Braden Shen with a good scoring chance. Andre Mazzaros with a real aggressive play to keep it alive. Everything but bulging the twine.
Loose puck here, and Talbot lifts the stick, gets the shot off, save made by Lindback. Great play by Talbot. Datsyukian with that move right there as Benitenko fires one wide. Pavel Datsyuk known for that lifting the stick play and then turning it into offense quickly, and Talbot did there. Good hit by Max on San Luis. The puck out to center, a huge hit by Malone on Grossman. Grossman pops right back up. I got to tell you, I'm surprised he did. He really got checked hard. Now Couturier spun to the ice. And here's Corey Conacher for Tampa Bay with speed through center. Conacher going wide on Grossman all the way around behind. Out the other side. Flyers have it well covered. In transition now, the Flyers trying to move back. Giroux has a look. Giroux to the line. It's onside, but his pass was clear. Black goes back to Giroux. Giroux holds shot. He scores! Not exactly how he drew it up, but he'll take the result as he beats Lindbach to tie this game at 2. Claude Giroux scores for a case of Tasty Cake.
But if you think the puck is only following Max Talbot, think again, it's following Claude Giroux as well. Give Braden Coburn full marks for jumping up on the play and backing the D-men in.
And everybody collapses. Look at the Lightning. You got Brewer collapsing, you got another 2 players there, Conacher's there, and then all of a sudden Giroux's going to take full advantage of it. Lindbach can't see the puck. So as a result, Giroux is a right-hand shot. It's got the perfect avenue to hit Lindbach to his second, or to his left rather, beating him just over the glove. That's a great shot.
Great shot in an area that is Lindbach's strength to the glove side. Not that time.
So the captain ties this game. And the Flyers, Zach Rinaldo goes flying in after Hedman. Hedman got a piece of Zach after the fact. Everything's good, they say. Now Rinaldo taken down well away from the play by Radko Gudas. No penalty called there either. And Tyrell moves up with the puck. Dana Tyrell around behind the Philadelphia net. Centered out in front off a skate. Gathered by Killorn. Now it's Killorn now fending off the checking of Timonen. Tried to center. Flyers are onto that. It's Voracek. Voracek the other way. And he'll softly play it in time for a change.
Edmund got drilled by Rinaldo. He is not doing well because he came back. He was firing the stick off the boards in anger. He was really mad.
And that's why Gudas went after and challenged. It looked like Zach Rinaldo, but as much ice time as Zach Rinaldo was getting, why would you want to fight now?
And play is called on the offside. Claude Giroux beating Lindbach. Deuces are wild in Tampa. Well, we flash back to one Bobby Clarke, who became the first ever Flyer to play in his 1,000th game wearing the orange and black, and he's still the first and only player to play in 1,000 games all in the orange and black. As tonight, Kimmo Timonen becomes the 12th player overall to play his 1,000th game as a Flyer, but only the first guy down there at the bottom, Bob Clarke, had all of his games in the orange and black, but there's an impressive list there, and many of them of late, if you think about it. Bob Clarke was followed by Darryl Sittler in the 80s and then Craig McTavish in the 90s. The rest of them all since the turn of the century. As players playing longer careers as we move along. There the Lightning moving in. Stamkos, a wrist shot, or that shot really was bad. Away comes back out in front. Personal shot misses the target. Flyers scrambling a bit here as Brewer gets to it. His pass off Carl's stick. St. Louis for Stamkos. Stamkos up the wall. Carl's there. Quick shot off the outside of the net. And now it's Talbot getting to the puck. Max Talbot looking for room. He's surrounded. And the puck bounces free. Back out is Brewer. A shot blocked in front. Flyers just need to get the puck out of the zone right here. And Reed does exactly that. Brewer on it though. Right back to St. Louis. And here they come again. St. Louis pass. He had Purcell. But that pass didn't make its way through. Now St. Louis for Stamkos. He's checked, but keeping it in. The Lightning across for Keith Allen. Down low. That one will be taken by St. Louis. He takes the hit to make the play to Salo. And now it's Stamkos. Slot shot goes to St. Louis. Shot is gobbled up by Brizgalov. St. Louis did not get all of that shot.
Well, if you want to have a blast at your next Flyers game, think Suite. Really is the perfect place to host a private event with 12 to 24 of your closest friends or people you don't even like. It could be family. It could be clients. Anybody. But you got a lot of room to have fun. 215-389-9500 to visit mypremiumtix.com. I guarantee if you're not friends when you start the game, you'll be friends by the time the game's over.
And even if you aren't, you'll have a great time.
Sure.
It's a great way to watch the game.
Very interesting analogy you got there tonight, Bill.
I just think people come together in the suites.
I agree with you totally. I think it's great.
It's bonding area.
Yeah.
Here's Ollie with a shot. Save Brizgalov. Flyers spending a lot of time in their own zone the last couple shifts after dominating most of this period. And now here's Braden Shen. Shen in across the line, looking, trying to find Simmons, but the pass never made it. Now on the board is Briere. Danny Briere holding on, waiting, and then diagonally across to Gervais. Gervais to Mazzaros. That shot looking for deflection with Simmons, but it bounced to the corner. Salo ahead. Tyler Johnson with a pass to Data Tyrell. Tyrell just up from the minors, his second game. Back up in Syracuse. We'll play that one deep in. Mazzaros knocks it down for Braden Shen. Behind the net from Mazzaros. Mazzaros up the wall. It's jabbed by Briere all the way down, but it'll be icing against Philadelphia. So with 1:22 remaining in the period, a face-off from Philadelphia ice.
Well, with the Flyers schedule and there's 6 days off before their next contest, no question Peter Laviolette has full license to shorten his bench anytime he wants. Doesn't have to worry about fatigue. Look, he wants a little attention here. Oh, he wants a timeout here.
Yeah. Got to do what you got to do to get the referee's attention. O'Halloran over there doesn't seem too happy, perhaps, with that. But Peter's saying, hey, I had to get your attention.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you who's gotten my attention in this hockey game again is Ilya Bryzgalov. It's a 2-2 game. He made 2 unbelievable saves on Tampa Bay's power play. Ryan Malone has been again number 12. That one off his skate blade, the bottom of his skate. They've been subtle, but they've been fantastic, and most of those saves were when the game was 2-1. You put yourself in a 3-1 hole, and the hill gets pretty slippery.
So Bryzgalov turned in his second consecutive outstanding performance. Here, Laviolette wanted to give some players who were on the ice a rest after that icing call, so he waited until the very last moment, and I mean the very last moment, before getting the timeout call.
Nobody was within earshot, so we had to go to the stick banging routine.
Well, the draw now to the left of Bryzgalov, Shen and Stamkos. The matchup is one that Guy Boucher likes. That's what happens after those icings. Shen is tossed out, Briere will step in. That was really a subtle but I think effective rules change 3 or 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, you bet.
Off the draw here, the Lightning control at St. Louis. Centering for Stamkos. That shot went wide. He was fourth, really couldn't get that where he wanted to. Purcell tied up by Mazzaros. Briere trying to dig that puck free. And now, scramble ensues. Quite the battle here. You're really getting complete possession yet.
But this is exactly what the Flyers practiced yesterday.
And they do get the puck.
Yep.
And here's Voracek with a chance to clear. He deeks and tried to go cross ice and turn it over. St. Louis to Purcell. Purcell checked by Voracek. He's hungry for that puck now. You can believe that. And he finds Gervais. Gervais ahead for Shen. Shot that it couldn't clear. Now it's St. Louis. He's spilled by Briere. Voracek again could not clear it. Gervais, who will go around for Mazzaros. Mazzaros and to Voracek, a third try, and he got this puck out to center, but St. Louis quickly back to the Philadelphia line. Voracek's waiting for that. Move it in long, and offside is the call. Not too many men. There was another muddled line change there with the puck coming over to the bench, but just offside.
It's a good thing Peter Laviolette called that timeout. The group spent a whole minute in their zone after the faceoff. You do that when you're tired, you're officially running on fumes.
Give them credit, they won a battle while fatigued.
Sure, but they turned the puck over a couple times.
And had to get it back again, you're right. They'll face this off right at the center ice dot. And Giroux wins the draw to Timonen. Birthday boy sends that one in off of Lindback. Now Brewer back to the ice. The puck squirts free and controlled by Malone. Got it not out of the zone. Shen kept it in momentarily, but now it's Malone who ends up with the puck going the other way. Malone the shot. Sabres go up. He dives. He can't get the puck, but Shen does. And the Flyers will move out as time runs out on period number 2. One last shot, but it was after the horn sounded. Bryzgalov some anxious moments there, but he was strong in that second period as he stopped all the shots Tampa Bay fired at him. The Flyers get one at the other end, courtesy of that guy, Claude Giroux. It's tied at 2 after 2. Tonight's Flyers Lightning second period was brought to you by Kia. To learn more, visit kia.com. Also brought to you by Papa John's. Get 50% off your online order at Papa John's the day after the Flyers win and score 3 or more. Promo code FLYERS3 at papajohns.com. Downstairs we go. Coatsy chatting with the captain.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. I'm just waiting for him to catch his breath because he was on the ice for that last shift. Let's talk about, you guys seem to are having some success when you get it deep on this Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah, we've got to keep it simple. When we're going to turn it over, they're going to come back 2-on-2. That's when they're dangerous. And I think this period we played a good period, but the third period is going to be better here.
Let's talk about your goal because it was with Dandy. What were you looking at when you got across to the top of the circles? What were you thinking?
Well, I actually tried to pass to Couturier. It didn't go through, so I had a shot right in the slot. So I'll take those any day.
Well, thanks.
Coatsy.
Give me back to you.
Claude Giroux, 20 points in his last 17 games. He's tied this one up. Michael Barkan, Al Morgani with more analysis coming your way as our coverage of Flyers hockey continues on Comcast Sportsnet 2-2 through 2. Philadelphia's Super Network Buick GMC dealers and by Pepsi Max. 0 calories maximum Pepsi taste. Two to score, second consecutive game. The Flyers are deadlocked after 2. This was an area early in the season they struggled. They got their first points in that situation by beating New Jersey Friday. There's the only goal of the second period. Claude Giroux unassisted at 15-21 to tie things.
Our Independence Blue Cross game-changing stats, the second period. Flyers having to come from behind, now out shooting Tampa Bay. Out chancing. The face-offs, though, that could be an area of concern if the Flyers spend too much time in their end. 38%, that's the Flyers' success rate in this game so far.
B.J. Crombeen and Zach Rinaldo were next to each other as this third period got underway. Remember the last time they got together back in Philadelphia, didn't go well for Crombeen. They've not been on the ice too much together in this one, but they are right now. Both of these teams, though, focused on playing well here in this third period. Tied at 2, underway. Showed you the standings at the top of the broadcast. Desperate times for both of these clubs in terms of getting points. Sammy Salo back for Tampa Bay ahead to Crombeen. We saw the Flyer coming at him. It was Max Talbot rid of the puck. Coburn to Grossman. Looking for Reed. Reed got his, no, didn't get his stick on it. They're going to call this icing. Unless the Flyers get to it, and they do, so no icing. And here's St. Louis one-handing it ahead to Stamkos. Now Carl dribbles that one that Brizgalov decides to cover up on. He thought there were too many Lightning players around to try to move that puck. 1-1 the score into overtime. The Hurricanes and the Rangers, that's the only other game in the East going on. There are some games out West, but boy, the Rangers, another team desperate to get things going in the right direction. Many people, including at least one of us here in this booth, picked them to emerge from the East and go to the Stanley Cup Finals as that puck goes into the crowd. I can't speak for you, but I can speak for myself, and I picked them.
I was good because I didn't remember that.
There's that record we were telling you about. They got their first win against the Devils. You flip that record around, Bill. This team's 18-11-1 and in real good position. The third periods in these tie games, how important are they?
Well, you put the Flyers even with 3 or 4 points from overtime or shootout losses.
Right.
They just were unable to get the games that were tied into overtime to pick up even a losing point.
Right. Did not gather any points from those first 5, but got 2 on Friday, and they'll look for 2 here tonight. Talbot, Parise. He could not get that puck where he wanted to. St. Louis will steer it out of the zone. Nick Grossman back to play. Braden Coburn ahead. That one goes all the way down. They say not off of Talbot's stick. And so it is icing as St. Louis touches up.
It would appear when you think that the Tampa Bay Lightning are the whole team right now, they're not pressuring it but anybody but one player. So I got to keep an eye on this. I'm just wondering if they're back here in this 1-3-1 again and they're not pushing, and they should be pushing because it's their building.
Well, as long as the Tampa Bay Lightning are backing up, the Flyers will gladly accept that.
Absolutely.
Well, we do know the history, of course. Last year, first meeting of these teams here in this building, Steve Boucher went into the 1-3-1, very passive, and the Flyers sort of sat back and said, we're not going to really move the puck up ice until you come play us. And it became quite a story throughout the NHL. Flyers having trouble with the Lightning forechecking here. That was certainly not a 1-3-1. That was aggressive forechecking by the Lightning, and it continues to be as Coburn moves that puck ahead. Now a chance for the Flyers. Talbot a diving stab trying to get the puck to Gagne, but it was knocked down. Warren is sent sprawling by Gagne. The puck to Corey Conacher at the Philadelphia line. Leads all rookies in points in the NHL. Got a lot of them early. Finds Pyatt. Pyatt got to the side of the net, and Brizgalov just able to keep his skate there. Gudis sends it deep, but then it's sent right back his way, and Briere will play it. Briere up the left wing. Briere trying to maintain possession, but the Lightning get it back. Gudis right for Tyrell. Tyrell turned back by Braden Shen. Then the puck skips to Gudis, and he takes the shot wide of Brizgalov. Gervais off the glass, but not out of the zone. Kept in by Carl to Tyrell. Around it goes. Tyler Johnson, who flings it across ice. Tyrell back to it. Carl at the point, a little wrister. Save Brizgalov. Left the puck sitting there, but is able to get the big glove down on top of it. Register for the Flyers' all-new standby program. We'll tell you about that at another time. The Flyers have teamed up with StubHub, the world's largest fan-to-fan ticket marketplace. Visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com/StubHub for a safe, convenient place to buy and sell your Flyers tickets.
Well, it certainly appears what the Lightning do get that puck low. You just saw that line with Conacher and Killorn. Pyatt, they were absolutely flying out there because they had the opportunity. But what they did is that they chased after they were below the circles where they could put pressure on the defense of the Philadelphia Flyers.
I don't know the exact count, but the Tampa Bay Lightning now have a number of guys in their lineup that won a Calder Cup in the American League as champions last year, and they're confident and they don't back up.
That team was in Norfolk last year. They changed to Syracuse this year. That was that team, as this will be another icing call against Philadelphia. That was that Norfolk team that in a long time without losses, 28 straight wins last year.
Great minor league system under Steve Yzerman. And don't forget the Flyers return to the Wells Fargo Center on Tuesday, March the 26th. That will be a 5-game homestand.
The Flyers able to clear the zone here. Back goes Brewer. St. Louis had the puck go off his skate. Nick Grossman gobbles it up from the red line and wind it in. Purcell and Fedotenko after it. It goes back out to Coburn. Off the wall with it. Wristed it, deflected, and then jabbed away by Lindbaum. Stamkos, nice little pass to Brewer. 3-on-3 as Surrey gets back to even it up. Brewer's shot blocked off by Coburn. Bouncing puck. And then finally it skips the boards. Fedotenko takes a look around and then just decides to clear. Flyers will change here as Brewer goes back to retrieve the puck. We approach the 4-minute mark of this third period. Ryan Malone, a pass across for Nate Thompson. Thompson is stripped. Here's Giroux toward the slot. Giroux continues to control the shot. It's blocked off. And then the other way goes Malone. Charging up with it. Will fire in. Blocked away by Brizgalov. Bounces off of Crombie. Gervais will stab it around to the other side of the ice. Mazzaros ahead. Ronaldo to get past him out through center. And Lightning right back at it, looking to move in transition. Crombie into Malone. Malone in across the line. Big slap shot blocked by Mazzaros. The puck bouncing around off of several players. And now it's Voracek at Deke, and out he goes. Jake Voracek through center. Voracek swinging wide to the right wing, and it was backhand behind the net. Salo up the wall. Timonen keeps it in. Behind the net, Voracek spinning away from Carl. Voracek to Giroux, and he was checked. Now Timonen gets to it. Holds, waits the pass. Giroux the shot, and it was blocked and went out of play. There was some net to shoot at, but it appeared to go off of something in the zone. Or are they moving the faceoff out, which would mean it just went out on its own?
Oh man, did the Flyers ever have the Lightning in a code red situation here? But all 5 Tampa players were down low trying to defend. Look, falling everywhere. It was mayhem for Tampa, but they got in front of a couple of shots and were able to deflect this one up. Yeah, right off the skate. Matt Carl.
Yeah, he hit Matty Carl, and if you see Lindbach he was in a real precarious position. He was just trying to get his body back into the middle of the net. That was a save for Matt Carl there.
Yeah, there was lots of net. Claude Giroux knew it. You could tell by his reaction. And they have, after initially going outside of the zone, brought the face-off where it belongs back into the zone after it went off with Carl out of play. Simmons after the puck. Good is on the boards. It ends up going off of Braden Chen to the neutral zone. 5 minutes in for this third period. Very quiet Tampa Bay Times form right now. Checked in center into some traffic. Somehow that puck went through, and somehow the Flyers are onside. Here's Braden Chen centering and going to the net with Simmons, but the puck went on through it. It's 3-on-3 the other way. Puck ahead. Tyrell able to control, and he'll spin it deep. A lot after it. Chen trying to protect the puck, and he does. He gets it to Briere. Briere moving on up the left wing. Briere holds his shot. A stick save made by Lindbach. Tony Briere, 12 consecutive games without a goal. Love to end that route right here, although he's going to head off the ice. He's not going to do it right this moment, but in this third period. Grossman will miss on that pass for Talbot, and it's Killorn the other way. Alex Killorn slows down and just swings the puck deep. Goes all the way around. Conacher to Pyatt. Pyatt is checked. And great work done there. Max Talbot flying to center. 3-on-2. Left wing feed Gagne. Gagne cross like Reed shot. Hit the crossbar. Off the crossbar. A third post the crossbar for the Flyers in this game. Max Talbot with all that speed set the play up.
Jets propelled in this one.
He backed the defense off too, right?
Backed everybody off. Gosh, he looked like he got shot out of a rocket coming out of the Flyers' corner.
This is icing on Philadelphia.
And a great center lane drive that led to a pass from Gagne to this man, Matt Reed, and off the crossbar. There's Talbot going to the net. That pass had mustard all over it. What a hard pass that Reed corralled. Had Lindback, I think, beat up high, but got post, got crossbar.
That's what he's so good at, and we've talked about it many a time where he's aiming, he's looking up, he knows exactly where he wants that puck to go, and he lets that one go perfectly.
Now the Flyers another 3-on-2 as they win a battle. Here's Giroux, the right wing feed to Talbot. Talbot holding, fires, and Lindback the save, and he's got it as Voracek had his stick in there. Still tied at 2 in Tampa.
To score 2-2, Lightning Flyers. About this man in his 1,000th game tonight. Well, how about this? As the trainers and the equipment men of the Philadelphia Flyers all got together to have a little celebration with Kimmo. And you can see the 4 pucks there spelling out 1,000 games for Kimmo Timonen. Look at where he is. Points by defensemen, all-time leaders, Mark Howe, Eric Jardin, Tommy Bladen, and Kimmo Timonen just one off right now behind Tommy Bladen. Big Ben Wilson is 5th at 214. That just shows you how great Kimmo Timonen has been as a defenseman for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Those are all the guys that have taped him up and provided him with massages and ice packs and equipment, and they've taken good care of him.
Ronaldo destroys Malone with a hit. Now the shot from Giroux goes high and wide. And you can bet that Ryan Malone saw that number out in front, had that one go off his stick sideways, and now look out a counter rush here. Crombie with the puck. Flyers getting back well, and Coburn tips the puck and hits something out of play. Play is stopped. Zach Ronaldo, the bodies just fly off of him.
The destroyer. And it was Ronaldo that came very close to giving the Flyers a 1-goal lead after this.
Oh.
That's a clean shoulder-to-shoulder hit against a man that is much bigger than Zach Ronaldo.
6'4", 224.
Wow. And he's gone. He's walking down the chute to the locker room.
Well, there's a moral to that story. Don't stand still in the neutral zone with your head down. That's very simple.
At least not when Ronaldo's on the ice.
Yeah. And, you know, the reputation for Zach right now is that he's a guy that's wild, out of control. That will change. There's a hit on Reed. That's a penalty. Now, Simon Gagne goes after Gudas, who threw the hip or knee. We'll have to wait and see on Reed. Reed went spinning through the air. The initial penalty was on Tampa. I know the Flyers want to protect their teammate here, but they have to show discipline because they could be getting a key power play. Gagne only gave him a shove, so I don't know if they gave him anything extra. Hopefully not.
You talked about the similarity between Radko Gudas and Darius Kasparaitis. There's a similarity right there.
Yeah.
Well, you see Gudis right here. Watch. Gets up underneath him. That's a great way of getting a Charlie horse. Man, that's a nasty check.
What did they call it? Clipping or just tripping? Or interference? I don't know.
Tripping. They're calling it.
Okay.
Hillier Graves. You remember him, Billy? Boy, he was good at this.
Played with him.
Oh, boy. Right there. Catching the guy right with his hip coming around him.
Well, here's why Matt Reed is a lucky guy right now. He was airborne when he got hit. If your skate's on the ice and provides any resistance, when you get your legs torqued like that, you got a good chance of damage.
He got right back up, and the Flyers go to the power play with a chance to take the lead. First time in this game. Simmons to Hartnell. Hartnell turning with it. Gives it back off to Giroux. Giroux waiting, and his cross-ice pass tipped. Somehow Voracek able to keep possession of it. Simmons in front. Hartnell jab at it, but it was rejected. Now Crombie one-on-one against Timonen. Crombie going wide. He's just going to try to take as much time off the power play clock as he can. Flyers get the puck right back. There's McDonald's power play payoff contested. Voracek through center. Roaring on in Voracek. Holds the pass to Hartnell, and he tipped it wide. Hartnell, a rare shift, I think only on the power play since that penalty he took early in the game. Timonen across. There's the shot by Voracek, blocked. Hartnell, though, good job to get it back to Voracek. To Timonen. Timonen out for Giroux. 1:10 on the power play. Giroux banking that one. I think he met it for Voracek, but it never quite made it.
What a great try. If that misses the hoop on the far side of the net, Voracek is wide open.
Flyers will change up now for the second half of the man advantage. Timonen ahead. Ooh, still out on the ice. Give the puck to Briere. Salo stopped, and now a chance to clear ball. Nice play to Thompson, and he will clear it all the way down. That's a veteran play by a rookie. Often they might want to force it. The Flyers might have been able to knock it down. Instead, he went to the open man. Thompson had an easy clear. 35 seconds left in the power play. Schenn couldn't hang on to that pass. No matter Reed, Flyers have to go back in their zone again to try it. Here is Reed. Reed moving well. Dishes left wing Schenn. Schenn shot blocked. Went wide. Gagne quickly to Briere. Right back to Simone. Now it is Briere across to Mazzaros. Mazzaros stationary will move the puck to Reed. Reed moving on in. There's a look at Mazzaros at the point. Instead takes the wrist shot. Save Lindbach. And no further play.
Pretty good job by Lindbach of controlling that puck and not leaving a rebound. Flyers have wanted to try to get him moving side to side and get some pucks on him because he can get leaky as he moves laterally. And then again, he went for it with the glove, as he does so often.
Plus, Matt Reed's a right-hand shot, so obviously he's looking to be able to go maybe a little bit farther to the left of Lindbach. He caught Lindbach right there in the glove, trying to take advantage of the angle he had with some traffic in front.
Lightning able to find that puck off the draw. Here's Stamkos moving up. They're back to full strength. His shot dribbled through Brizgalov and went just wide. Brizgalov got just enough of that one. Now Ollie's shot. I don't know if that deflected. It must have. Brizgalov acted as though he didn't see it. And just like that, the Lightning are on top 3-2.
Boy, after dodging the bullet on a long shot that got through Brizgalov, it looked like everything had stabilized, but Briz didn't flinch on this one, almost like it did deflect on the way in. But a battle on the puck on the corner one, yeah, it was deflected.
Yeah, I think they're going to give that one to Teddy Purcell rather. Right there, you see him jump, but as he was jumping and as he was turning, Purcell got a piece of it. Brizgalov probably didn't see it and then really couldn't be involved in the redirection.
Stamkos won the battle in the corner.
Guy Boucher said today after the morning skate that Teddy Purcell has the most skill of anybody on this team. That's saying something when you have Steve Stamkos and Martin St. Louis.
He also said the problem with him is that he relies on it too much.
Right, and he doesn't shoot the puck enough. They feel as though he double clutches, hangs on. Right there wasn't a shot, a redirection. And the Lightning, for the third time in this game, have the lead. The Flyers still plenty of time to try to get it tied again. 10:28 remaining here in the third. Stoppage in play here, and a lot of discussion amongst the officials and players.
You got Crombie, you got Hartnell. Thompson got a shot from Voracek, so there's a lot of extracurricular activity going on down here right now as times get a little tough here with 10 and a half to go in the third period.
Ollie and Stamkos the assist on Purcell's 6th of the year, 9:25 the time.
Contagious.
Yeah, he had a teacher named Purcell. I want to call Teddy Purcell all the time, but it is definitely Purcell. Here is Thompson. Popping it off for Crombie. We get it back to Nate. Thompson does get to it. Backhands it off of Brizgalov across the crease. Ronaldo digging with Hyatt. Now it's Luke Shen. Voracek, and they'll move up. Ronaldo speeding to the zone. As that puck go off his skate. Bounces back. Voracek looking for it. And finally it's Crombie who finds it and jabs it out through the neutral zone and down the ice. Past the midpoint of the period. Going out off of Voracek and deep into the Tampa zone. It's Brewer back to retrieve. Lanky defenseman. Oh, on the boards. Somehow it's Tyler Johnson who finds the puck looking for Dana Tyrell. Mazzaros wins that race. Fires with a chance. They can move quickly in transition. Gervais will wind up in glass. Save by Lindbaum. Way in the air. And it's Conacher against the Tyrell. Back to Conacher. This little move in center. Loads it across the Philadelphia line. The wrist shot sails high. All the way out to Brewer. Brewer a shot. That's blocked. Gervais. Get away from Tyler Johnson and moves it up to Simmons. This ice pass is deflected back toward the Philadelphia net. Mazzaros get to Gervais and then back to Mazzaros behind the net. Mazzaros will wait as the Flyers complete a change. Now Gervais ahead. Bounces off the lead back to the Philadelphia zone. Gervais again pumps that through the neutral zone. This would have been icing, but Talbot turns on the speed and catches the icing. Now the battle for the puck is Killorn is after it. Talbot there. It's Killorn. Talbot. Flyers get to it. Reed nearly stepping in front. Comes up back behind the net. Talbot wins another battle. He got the puck to Reed. Back to Grossman for a shot. Save Lindbaum. And he smothers it. Flyers need one to tie. Your score as we settle in for the final 8:24 of regulation. Coates noticed that Victor Hedman has not returned after contact from Zach Rinaldo, and neither has Ryan Malone. And those are two large losses in more ways than one for the Lightning. So the Flyers, the Lightning Club with a short-handed situation here in terms of manpower, and they'll try to take advantage here late in the third. Thompson and Giroux on this draw. Hartnell back with this line. The puck to Timonen. Luke Shen drifts one. That's blocked off by Carl. Gotten back by Hartnell. Now behind for Giroux. Giroux to Voracek for the shot that went wide. Long shot. And kept it in. Back to the corner. Giroux finding Voracek. Trying to play it off the back of the net to himself and does. Now Voracek looking. Back to Luke Shen. Shen couldn't find an angle. He drills the pass into the skate of Timonen. Timonen for Giroux back off Timo's stick to the other side of the ice. Hartnell hustling over. Good job. Kicks the puck to Voracek. Voracek back up the wall, but Hartnell is heading to the net, and Pyatt has it. To Nate Thompson, and from the red line, he shuttles it in. Now off. Moves it to Giroux, and Giroux looking to get some space here. Will find Kimmo Timonen. Kimmo ahead through Gagne. Also through the defenseman Gudis. There's Brewer. Sends it into the Philadelphia zone from his side of the red line. Timonen gets there for the icing touch-up.
Well, take a look at the Toyota turning point. Claude Giroux had tied the score of 2. And all of a sudden, the puck comes from the point. You figure, okay, how did that go in? Well, you're going to see Teddy Purcell right at the last second. He kind of spun right at the right time, right in front of Brizgalov. And as he was spinning, he got a piece of it, redirected it past Brizgalov, gave the Lightning a 3-2 lead. Right now, that stands as our Toyota turning point with 7:20 to go in the third.
The first goal Teddy Purcell has scored against Ilya Brizgalov in 14 games against the veteran goaltender. Not been able to solve him until third period of tonight. Coburn ahead. It's swept in by Reed. Talbot after it. Stamkos will lift it high, but it's knocked down by Coburn for a shot that's deflected and went just wide. Then Reed tried to stuff it in front, but it was knocked aside by the Lightning. Around to the other side of the ice, it's Talbot. Rammed into by Gudis. And now it's a 3-on-2 for the Lightning. San Luis to Stamkos. Stamkos holding, waiting, centering, shot off the post. The other way go the Flyers. Talbot will fire it in. The Flyers really backed in on that play, and Lightning nearly took advantage. So the Flyers have hit at least 3 posts. Now the Lightning here. Bring it aimed in. Move the puck in here is Palat. Just turn it deep. There's Simmons. Hit again. Puck back to the point. Carl, a shot! Glances off of Brizgalov, then off the glass. Then Braden tried to clear, could not. It's Tyrell, the Palat. Now Johnson, backhander blocked by Simmons. Remains without a helmet, takes another hit. Moves the puck ahead, and Briere is able to stab it into the Tampa Bay zone. Shen after Ollie. The puck to Gervais. He could not control it, and now it's Tyrell moving up. 3-on-2. Gervais tried to get back to even things. There's Tyrell, a shot, and Mazaros got his stick on it to deflect it out of play. 5:47 remaining in the third. Was brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. By Wells Fargo. When you're considering buying your first home, Wells Fargo is with you. Wells Fargo, together we go far. And by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. Kimmo Timonen hoping his team can manage a late game comeback to make his 1,000th NHL contest memorable for the right reason. As he said to us before the game, biggest number in this game, the 2 points the Flyers need to get. This would have been icing, but Voracek will be the first to it for Philadelphia. Spins on Matt Carl and gets it back out for Shen. The shot! Deflected, went wide. Lindbach had no idea where it went, but the Lightning find it. Thompson forced by Timonen. Crombeen for Salo and around to Carl. Up the boards, Flyers read that. Luke Shen jamming at it, bounces high slot, kicked out of there by Salo. Ahead to Crombeen and out of the zone. Shen knocked down. And then finally it's Pyatt sending it into the Philadelphia zone. Tick down to 5 minutes remaining in the third. Shen ahead. Just off a Reed. Conacher back to center. Shen has it. Waits for Reed to clear the zone and dumps it back in. Udis able to get there. Now Conacher for Stamkos. And now Eric Brewer will gain the red line and send it in. Lightning certainly happy enough to do that. An extra shove toward Killorn, pushes him into the boards. Boarding is the call, and an ill-timed penalty for the Flyer defenseman. Down a goal, 4:41 to play, 2 minutes of that. They'll be down unless they allow a goal.
Well, he's taking Killorn to his 6'2". Not a little guy. But right there, he gave him that last push as he was going towards the boards. If he holds him, well, he holds him up a little bit, might not have been able to get that penalty right there. But when he gave him that shove, I think that was the telltale for the referees.
Yeah, no doubt, Coatsy. That was a time where Nick Grossman, if he had it to do over again, would let up a bit.
That's really not his MO. He plays hard, and you're right, there are times where you just have to be able to take the foot off the gas pedal. He did not, so the Flyers' immediate objective here to kill this off. Lightning have allowed 3 shorthanded goals this year. The Flyers have to at least kill it off to remain alive in this game. Here's Talbot. A pass to Giroux. Giroux moving up. Giroux holds the pass for Talbot, tipped away by Carl. Coburn on the wall, has to deal with several Lightning players. Does well to get that puck to Giroux, who finds Talbot, spins and fires it wide. Timonen, aggressive, moves up on the play. Tried to get that pass through to Giroux, but it went to the other side of the ice. Flyers had the Lightning pinned, even though Tampa Bay has the extra skater. Now they move up. Herschel to the line off to Stamkos. Tied up by Timonen. Tanko to the puck, and he'll clear it all the way down. Into Lindbach. And now Carl. Less than 4 minutes on the third period clock. Lightning changing players here. As Carl slowly starts up. And he will not get all that, but gets it into the Philadelphia zone. Brizgalov sets it up. And Andre Mazaros will send it out to the neutral zone. Brewer knocks it down there. This is a conservative-looking power play, to say the least.
Now with a 1-goal lead and as aggressive as they know the Flyers are going to be, yeah.
This line moving in, the second unit. Conacher. It's back to Brewer. Behind the net, Conacher could not come up with it. Salo back along the wall. Conacher knocked down by Fedotenko. Killorn keeps the puck in the zone. Now it's Killorn weaving his way to the corner and dishing it. Conacher gets it back out. A bouncing puck knocked down by Salo. Salo across ice to Brewer for the slap shot. Deflected and it went off the glass. Comes back up in front. It's in the net. No goal. They're saying no goal. They're saying no goal, hit with a high stick. Call made very quickly by Jaibert. And apparently this is still a one-goal game.
For now. Face-off he's motioning will come all the way back down to Tampa's zone now. See what happens. Brizgalov didn't see where that came from.
That was Conacher behind the net, Billy.
Yeah.
Now the key is here, is he calling this a high stick pass? That's not reviewable. Yes, they're calling it a high stick pass. That's not reviewable.
You're right. That's what it is, and that's why the face-off has come back down to Tampa zone. So it was played with a high stick by a Tampa player, and then played
into the net.
Into the net by a Tampa player. So it's a pass with a high stick.
So the interesting thing here is if the puck was hit into the net with a potential high stick, that can be reviewed, but because it's a pass, no review.
Watch Conacher's stick come here. Obviously over the crossbar.
Right.
Well,
now he's on the phone. I don't see how this is not a reviewable play if it's the pass that was called a high stick. Now maybe he's just explaining to the war room that that was the call, but this is not reviewable according to the rule.
That didn't take long.
No goal.
No.
I think he was just explaining to them.
Sure.
They had called and said, hey, what's going on here? And
yeah.
Guy Boucher not happy. No coach would be because
that's pretty straightforward though, isn't it? It's black and white.
Just wants to make sure. So the Flyers still within one. 17 seconds remaining on the Grossman penalty. And a face off to the left of Lindbach. And the Lightning gain control. Brewer behind the net. They move it to center ice. He does so to Crombie, who banks it in from his side of the red line, but now it's controlled by Pyatt. Pyatt moving in. Stops, turns, twists. Checked by Timonen. Coburn got his stick on the puck, but Brewer will keep it in. Power play is over. Brewer across to Carl. Carl will just play it in along the boards. 2:35 remaining third period. Back to full strength hockey. Flyers down by one. Trying to fish this puck out of here as 3 Flyers and 2 Lightning battling. Lightning just happy to take time off the clock right here. The Flyers just can't get the puck out of there.
They got Tampa outnumbered.
Bounces. Chen a little slow reacting as the puck went to the corner, and now it's back into that same mess. Finally, Talbot gets it out of there. Waits. Holds on. And then couldn't clear. Thompson got in the way. Great work by the Lightning. They take a lot of time off the clock. In fact, a half minute of time. Right there in the scrum and keeping the puck in. Less than 2. Puck kept in the Tampa Bay zone by Giroux. The Flyers try to get their number 1 line out in its entirety. Lightning bank it ahead for Tyrell. He can fly. Mazzaros knows that from earlier in the game, so he gets to him here. Now Mazzaros fanning on that reversal. Tyrell to the puck. Checked by Gervais. Battling after it is Palat. Crowd wanted the penalty. They don't get it. But again, Lightning just bottling the Flyers up. Here's Reed. 122 will keep an eye on Brizgalov, but the Flyers need to get the puck out of his own in order for that to become a factor. Here's Tyler Johnson, a shot. That goes high and wide, and Voracek couldn't come up with it. The Tampa Bay crowd joined the effort of the Tampa Bay players. Now the Flyers move it. But Voracek's pass off the mark, but not played by Carl, so play carries on, no icing. Brizgalov's off, extra attacker for the Flyers. They search for the puck, Voracek comes away with it. Voracek holding, diagonally across, Timonen keeps it in, but doesn't see it. Now he's spotted it, still doesn't see it, and the Lightning move it ahead. Here's Stamkos, he's checked, and Reed gets it back. Reed winding it deep, high off the glass. This is where the Flyers need to pursue. Big chop by Stamkos, couldn't clear it. Giroux, back to Timonen. 33 seconds, Giroux with Timonen off his skate, trying to control it. Now Hartnell trying to center, blocked by Stamkos, and he'll clear down the ice. Will it be icing? Coburn back, it will be icing. Touches up with 20 seconds remaining, an offensive zone draw.
Let's take a look at our Bud Light player of the game. It's the guy right now that holds the winning goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Picks up the 6th of the years. That shot comes to the point by Kevin Hawley, and he just right there, Teddy Purcell. He'll just right at the last second spin, and Purcell has the opportunity to be able to just redirect that up and over Ilya Bryzgalov, and that's how we stand now, 3-2.
One last bid for the Flyers if they can get the puck, but the Lightning clear it. It's rolling on its edge, but it's running out of gas. No icing. 11 seconds, steaming it back. They have to move the puck down the ice in a hurry. Here's Schenn. 6 seconds. He threw it to the middle. That's stolen. Stamkos scored. Stamkos, number 21, seals it for the Lightning. It's 4-2.
So back to the drawing board for the Flyers. They were able to bend without breaking on Friday night, but here a tie game into the third period has slipped away. Running out of games.
Now they're just trying to force this down the ice. Schenn's pass off the mark. Stamkos gets goal number 200 in his career. Lee Boucher congratulates him. The Lightning a big 2 points, and for the Flyers 5 days off. And they will have to stew about a loss over those 5 days before they play again on Sunday against Pittsburgh. 4-2. The final. The Lightning scored twice in the third, one into an empty net. Lindbach was good. Stamkos finishes it. 4-2 your final. For the entire crew, as well as my partners Bill Clement and Steve Coates, I'm Jim Jackson. Good night from the Tampa Bay Times Forum. Stay tuned now for Flyers Post Game Live, presented by McDonald's.